Boa tarde, bonjour, hello, happy Canada Day, bonne fête do Canadá, feliz dia do Canadá. Estamos de volta com o Canada Day CBC Online Festival, uma iniciativa da Câmara de Comércio Brasil-Canadá, que conta com o apoio do governo canadense e com o patrocínio da Air Canada. Para começar esse último dia do nosso festival, temos aqui convidados muito especiais para fazer uma sessão sobre histórias e símbolos canadenses, com parceiros nossos da Maple Bear, para uma sessão em inglês. Então, now we're starting a session in English, together with the Maple Bear and some friends from Maple Bear that work together with us to build up this session. I would like for a start to invite Rafael from Maple Bear that will start the session and bring his team to share with us some knowledge about Canada. Thank you. Hello, Rafael. Welcome.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you so much for being with us on this beautiful Sunday. Thank you, Paulo, for inviting us, for making this CBC available for us to have this small participation in this this wonderful event that's been taking place during this week. Before starting, I would like to ask Claudia to present the All Canada Celebrational video that we prepared with the Canada Anthem and all the Maple Bear students celebrating Canada this week. Could we play that?
Thank you, Rafael and Maple Bear team for this wonderful way to celebrate Canada. Well,
Thank you.
I leave the floor to you so that you can go on with the session. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. This was just a short video prepared by Maple Bear students. We currently have over 30,000 students all over the country with 145 schools. And the purpose of Maple Bear is to bring to Brazil and to other 20 countries the very best of Canadian education based on a bilingual model, on a model that is recognized as one of the best in the world. And so we are, very proud to engage all students in the Canada Day this week. I would also like to thank CCBC before starting for providing us with this wonderful opportunity, and to remark that we are part of the Education Commission. And the Education Commission has a very, very nice purpose, which is to connect companies, connect educational institutions, connect organizations, connect professionals, connect students in order to bring more opportunity to Brazilian and Canadian students, to help companies fill their positions and to prepare people and all the staff and all the market to help Brazilian and Canadian companies so that we can develop even stronger bonds. So I would like to thank everyone who participates also in the Education Commission at the Chamber of Commerce. We've been having many participants from the Education Commission have been having their own sessions, talking about education in Canada, talking about the possibility of summer camps or interchange and lots of different projects that we are engaged in. So thank you everybody for being a part of the Education Commission. And so I would like to invite our two teachers, Luisa and Roberta from Maple Bear Mocha. They have prepared some very nice contents to explain a little bit. It's a bit of what we do at our own schools in order to teach about the history of Canada to our own students, to teach about Canadian values, what really matters the most for Canadians. And so they will start the session right now just with a very short and very friendly story, telling you a little bit about those Canadian symbols and about the history of Canada. So I would like to invite Luisa and Roberta to join us, and of course our little mascot Bear, who always participates with us on such occasions. So thank you very much for being here with us today, and I hope you like the session.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maple, and I was born in Brazil, but my parents are from Canada. So, ever since I was a little girl, I've always heard stories about Canada. Did you know that July 1st is a very important day for the Canadians? Today, I'm here to tell you a little bit about this day, and I invited a good friend of mine to help me on that. George!
Hello. Hi, Maple. Have you started to tell today's story?
Of course not. I was waiting for you, George. I was just introducing myself. Now it's your turn.
Hi, guys. My name is George, and I was born in Canada. Today, I'm here to tell you some curious things along with Maple.
So, let's start talking a little bit about Canada Day. July 1st was the day that something really important happened.
To explain such an important event, we must speak a bit about the history of Canada. Over 30,000 years ago, the land where Canada now stands was inhabited by native peoples that in Canada we call First Nations. The Vikings were the first foreigners established settlement in Canada around the year 1000. And in 1497, the first European, Giovanni Capoto, arrived in Canadian lands.
The British took over those lands in 1534. The French took over part of the land. And in the end of the 1600s, both English and French colonization started, and the first cities started to appear. However, there was a competition between the British and the French, so they fought for territory. But in 1759, the Treaty of Paris was signed, allowing England to keep the French territory.
They created 3 provinces: Province of Canada, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. And when the American Civil War was over, the British colonies thought the union of these provinces would be ideal so that the United States wouldn't try to invade their territory.
So, on July 1st, the province of Canada, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia were united into one federation, and Canada, the country, was born. That's why we say that on this day, we celebrate Canada Day.
What a beautiful story my country has. I love to tell this story to all my family.
George, I just thought my parents can speak French. Do you think it's because of the French colonization?
Yes, oui. English and French are the 2 official languages used in Canada. Did you know that around 98% of Canadian people can speak both languages?
Wow, I didn't know that. It's a lot of people.
Oui. One of the agreements of the Treaty of Paris was that the French language, traditions, and culture were maintained in this territory. In fact, Montreal is the 2nd largest French-speaking city in the world. French is the official language there.
This is so cool. George, my parents were born in Quebec, which is known as Walled City, because the city is surrounded by a wall. And you?
Quebec is the place where the province of Canada was located. In our history, sometimes I wonder if that wall was built to protect that territory from invaders. But I was born in Calgary, in the province of Alberta, a very, very, very cold place. And I decided to move somewhere else because I really like going to the beach in the summer. So now I live in Victoria, in the province of British Columbia.
Oh, speaking of the cold, I remember that once I heard that the coldest day in the history of Canada, it was in 1947 in Yukon. They registered the temperature of -63 Celsius. Curious fact, this is the temperature registered on the surface of the planet Mars.
That's crazy! But Canada is really a very cold place. I have visited the city of Newfoundland in winter, and you know what happens there? Sometimes the Atlantic Ocean freezes because of the cold, and the people there like to play hockey on this frozen sea.
That's so cool. I'd love to visit that place one day. My dad taught me how to play hockey when I was a little girl. We love to watch hockey games together when we visit Canada. We even met Brad Bolden once, the hockey Paralympics athlete.
Hockey is such an important sport for Canadians. We are really good at this. I use it to watch hockey games with my cousin Winnie.
Are you talking about Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah! He was named after Winnie the Bear, a female bear from Winnipeg in the province of Manitoba. This bear was transferred to London, and Winnie the Pooh was to be named Edward. But the bear was so cute that they decided to change his name to Winnie the Pooh.
I had no idea. Must be like my name, that is after the maple tree, a typical and very common tree in Canada. It is such a symbol that its leaves is in Canada's national flag. What about your name, George?
I was named after the city of Prince George in British Columbia, the city where my parents were born. My dad used to go for hikes and runs in that city. Speaking of runs, reminds me of my hero, Terry Fox. He's a hero in Canada.
Oh, yes, I just love the story of Terry Fox. Can you tell us a little bit?
Of course, Terry Fox had always enjoyed sports. He found out he had bone cancer. He even had to amputate his leg, but that never stopped him. He decided he would raise funds to help people with cancer. And for that, he ran 42 kilometers through Canada in 137 days. With an artificial leg.
I love Terry Fox's story. And this run exists until today. Every year in September, this run happens in many cities in Canada and also different places in the world, raising funds for cancer research.
It's one of my favorite events of the year. I always remember a sentence that Terry Fox used to say, "Anything is possible if you try."
It's a life lesson. It's no surprise that Canada is the second country with the happiest people in the world.
A lot of that is because of the beautiful places that Canada has. Canada is the second largest country in the world. 10% of the forests of the planet are in Canada. And also, we have more than 31,000 lakes. More lakes than the rest of the world together.
That's so cool. It's a country full of nature and a lot of animals too. Although the beaver is the national animal that represents the country, Canada is home for many of your cousins, George. Around 15,000 polar bears live in Canada.
They told me that in the city of Churchill, the people live in their vehicles unlocked on the streets so that the pedestrians can hide inside in case they find one of my cousins, the polar bears, along the way.
A place with a very polite population. I think that's why it's such a popular country to immigration. And also because Canada is the country with the highest level of education.
For sure. Did you know that police service uses to hand out positive tickets, a reward to anyone they find doing something good? I once got a positive ticket because I saw a garbage bin upside down and I helped it to collect the garbage that was on the floor.
This is so cool, George. Congratulations for your attitude. You know, talking about Canada makes me feel like flying back there again.
Me too, you know. We could travel together. What about you guys that are watching us? Do you feel like visiting our country too?
Do you have any questions about the topics we mentioned in our presentation? Use the chat so we can talk for a while.
Yay!
We have some questions here. Let's see. In the chat. Canada can have very cold weather, but Canadians are a really warm people. That's super cool. Interesting fact about Canada.
Yes.
There's another question here. Bear, did you know that there is a city in Canada that has more bears than people? Weren't you born there or any of your ancestors?
No.
I think this city that you are saying is the city that we said about The people that leaves the cars unlocked.
Yes, because of the polar bears.
Yes, there's a lot of polar bears over there.
I was born in Prince George.
And there's another question here. O que significa a palavra Canadá?
Canada is a word that means small village. It has an indigenous origin.
O que o George acabou de falar é que Canadá significa pequena vila.
Yes.
E tem uma... E essa palavra é indígena.
Yeah, from First Nations.
Mm-hmm. And there's another question here for you, George. Do you play basketball?
Yes, I love to play basketball. Do you know that the basketball was created by a Canadian? Yeah, and there are many things that were created here in Canada. The telephone, baseball glove, the lamp, the microscope, the television, and even the insulin. They were all created in Canada. Yay!
There's a lot of things. There's another question here. The Americans are so much closer to Canada than the British and French. Did they ever try to invade Canada? Yes, they tried twice to invade Canada, in 1775 and in 1812, and they lost both times.
Yay. Maple, they are asking about the famous food in Canada. People in Canada, they really like to eat poutine. That is French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. Yum, yum, yum.
I love this. It's really good. It's really good.
And look there, Claudia is asking us a question. How is maple syrup made?
I don't know. Do you know, Bear?
Of course I do. I love maple syrup.
I love maple syrup too.
They extract the maple syrup from the trunks of maple trees. It's very, very yummy. If you haven't tried it yet, please do it.
Yes, it's amazing to eat with pancakes.
Yum, yum, yum.
I would love some now. Do you have some maple syrup, George?
I do.
Yay!
I can make some pancakes for us.
I thank you, George. You're amazing. There's another question here, George. What are famous people born in Canada?
I really like to listen to Shawn Mendes, and he was born in Canada, but there are many artists that were born there. For example, Justin Bieber, Celine Dion, Jim Carrey, Avril Lavigne, Alanis Morissette, and there is my friend that is watching us today. Thank you, Brad, for watching us.
Thank you, Brad.
Yay!
It's so good to have you here watching us.
Yes.
Oh, Ingrid is saying, I want pancakes too. We can invite her, George. Let's invite her.
No,
No.
we can't because of coronavirus.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Ingrid, we can send you some.
Yeah. Would you like some? You would be awesome.
Do you have any other questions?
Rafael is saying, and Rush, one of the best rock bands ever, is from Canada too. That's really good to know.
Yay. I love to listen to rock songs.
Yeah, me too. There's another question here. How is the relationship between people from Canada and the Queen? So the Queen has a unique relationship with Canada, entirely separated from her role as Queen of the United Kingdom or any of the other realms. As in all her realms, the Queen of Canada is a constitutional monarchy. acting entirely in the advice of Canadian government ministers.
Okay.
You see, we're looking for another questions. Let's see if we have. So there's a question here. Bear, por que as cores da bandeira são vermelha e branca? O branco e o vermelho são as cores que representam o Canadá desde o ano 1921, quando foram proclamadas como cores oficiais do país pelo rei George V. Yay, George!
Yay.
Like your name!
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I thought it was you.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
So, yeah, I think that was the questions today. That was really good, guys. Thank you for the questions. Thank you, Bear.
Thank
Rafaela
you.
said.
Thank you for watching us. I'm very happy to see many people interested in my country's story.
It's really good. We love to have you guys all here. It was really nice to have you guys watching us.
Yes, and thank you. A special thank you to Monica. You were so sweet.
So thank you all. We want to say thank you for watching us. And we want to call Paulo again, right, George?
Yes.
To finish this. Paulo, are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to be back with you again. Hello, Bear. Hello, Maple.
Nice to see you, Paulo.
Yes, thank you for all the stories. It's so interesting.
Thank you for inviting us.
Something more about Canada.
It was really good to tell everybody the stories about Canada. We love this country.
Yes, I think lots of people love this country. And even Brazilians. Do you know that Canada is the #1 destination for Brazilian students abroad?
Really?
Yes,
That's
there are more
amazing.
Brazilians going to study in Canada than in any other country in the world.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's
Nice to know.
Yeah, I think everyone understands that Canadian education is very good, and the country is also very welcoming.
Yes.
So once more, I would like to thank you both for sharing all this content with us. And this is the last day of the festival. It was a very nice way to start the last day, listening to all the stories and the stories of the bear and his family and friends there in Canada. And I'd like to thank Maple Bear for arranging this session together with us here at the festival. And it's important to remind everyone that there's still lots of programs on the festival this afternoon. We have another session later on about studying in Canada, and another one later in the afternoon about doing business in Canada. So I welcome everyone to keep connected with us at the festival, and also to navigate through the website and check all the wonderful cultural contents that we made available at the site that can be downloaded for free. And you can enjoy that content and share with your friends and family during this week of celebration for Canada. Well, thank you very much. Au revoir, merci. Bonne fête du Canada. Happy Canada Day for everyone.
Thank you so much for
Happy
inviting
Canada
us.
Day.
Happy Canada Day.
Okay,
Let's watch the
bye-bye.
next.
Let's watch. Bye.
Bye.